I'm going to pray that God blesses you with rain. So I finished talking. An official comes up to me. We're on camera now. And he shakes my hand and he said, thank you. You said you're going to pray for this county. So we're going to wait till the end of the month. If your prayers to your God work by the end of the month, we know your God is real. Welcome to my home. It is so good to have you back here. I want to tell you a story from many, many years ago in China. It has to do with children. I had a good pastor friend who took me to his hometown in the province of Gansu, and that was about 500-600 miles west of the province we were in, and it's a special place for me because it's where my brother was born and died. Back after World War II, my parents went to China, and my second oldest brother, David, was born there, and he died of a childhood disease when he was about a year old. So I've always liked Gansu and the capital city of Lanzhou. We were there in Lanzhou, and we met with the local Red Cross, some hospital officials, some government officials. They heard about my story, and they said, we need to go visit such and such a county. And I said, okay, whatever, I'm visiting here, whatever you guys pull together. So the pastor and I go out with this entourage. We thought we were just one car, one vehicle. And we're all in these four-wheel drive Jeeps. And so as we get to this county, they connect with some other people. It turned out to be about 10 Jeeps, all driving up to this high mountain county. And we're driving on roads that are like 8 to 12 inches deep in dust. It felt like driving in snow, just sliding in the dust and moving across the road. And I'd broken my neck a year or two earlier, so I had this, I think it's called agoraphobia, fear of heights. And I'm just holding on to my pastor friend. Zhang, don't let me go over the edge. I don't want to go over the edge. And it was so scary for me because we're sliding along these mountain roads. We finally get to the village that we're going to visit, and it is so dry. It is so dusty. There is one tree in one yard, and there's about 40, 50 people now from these 10 vehicles. And we make this big circle in the courtyard in the village between all these houses. And they start telling me the story that this county has not had rain in 5 years. And they said, what can you do to help us? We need rain. And I'm looking at my pastor friend and I'm going, oh my goodness. I said, Zhang, what are we supposed to do here? And he goes, I don't know. And he said, maybe we can give some money. And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a few hundred RMB, which is, it's not going to change the drought situation of these farmers, but because he's done that and he's the lead, I'm following his lead. I pull out a few hundred RMB also, and we put our money together. And so he gives a little speech and says, we can give this little money, but it won't change what happens. And then he looks at me, okay, Finn, now it's your time to give a speech. And so I'm looking around. There's government officials, there's local county officials, there's 2 or 3 TV cameras and TV crews there. And I'm thinking, what do you say? And so I look at the place and I said, listen, your public health bureau is trying to help you. Listen to them. They're going to do all they can to help you when it does rain, to save the rain. Whatever they say to do, try and do it. But I said, I can't tell you what to do. All I can do is I can pray for you. I'm going to pray that God blesses you with rain. I'm going to pray that you folks are rescued from this drought situation. It's been going on for about 5 years. And they talked about all the top Chinese officials who had come there, and no one had been able to help them. So I finished talking. An official comes up to me. We're on camera now. And he shakes my hand and he said, thank you. You said you're going to pray for this county. So we're going to wait till the end of the month. If your prayers to your God work by the end of the month, we know your God is real. I go, wait, that's not the deal. I said, I'm just going to pray for you. And he goes, no, we're going to wait till the end of the month and you will watch for rain. And I'm looking at my pastor friend. I said, what did I get into? What did you get me into? Well, we all pack up. We go back to the city of Lanzhou. We see a few things. We get back to Taiyuan. When we're in Lanzhou and when we're back in Taiyuan, I started calling everybody I knew. We're about the middle of the month, and we've got 2 weeks to have rain, or the word of God is not reliable or whatever. So I tell our staff in Taiyuan, the Evergreen staff, I tell my kids in the Evergreen school, we have a Shanxi Evergreen International School, we told all the kids. I called my friends in the States and the churches I knew, and they told their families and their kids. A week later, we're busy. We have things that are going on, and most of the adults had forgotten about it. The kids started coming to me and say, Finn, what's the news from Gansu? Is there any news of rain in Gansu? We're praying about this all the time. And I go, oh, I haven't even checked. Let me check. So later that week, I called Gansu. I called the Red Cross in Gansu, in Lanzhou, and I said, and it was cacophony. There was just noise everywhere. Now, wait, which is the Chinese way. Hello. What's going on? And they go, oh, sorry, we can't talk. I said, well, tell me, is there rain? We've had 3 days of rain. It won't stop raining. We're so busy collecting all the rainwater that we have no time to talk. So at that point, that was all we could hear. So I started calling all my friends to tell them, your children, their prayers have been answered. So our kids in Evergreen, friends in Hong Kong, friends in the States, other parts of the world, it was mostly children. And God listens to the little ones. Now here's the sad part of the story. We had an open door to Lanzhou. Those officials had put it on the public TV that we had been challenged, that we would bring rain by the end of the month through our God. We did it. We couldn't find anybody to go with us to help start a work in Lanzhou. God opened a door, but as far as we know, no one walked through it. We discussed in Evergreen what we could do. Could we recruit more people? Could we find others? Nothing ever happened. And I've thought, please, Lord, let there be other people that use that great opportunity that maybe we don't know about. God opens lots of doors. Are we ready to go through it? He works through kids, but he works through all of us. And his crazy God stories, we need to be ready for when those doors are open. Thank you.